way. We had one false start earlier, and the lane, let me give it to you, in lane number 1 is Breaststroke from Romania. In 2 it's Carlsen from Sweden, Ossigers from Germany is in 3, Plawinski from France is in 4, she's leading right now, Hunger from Germany in 5, Jensen from Denmark in 6, Bernice from Holland in 7, and Masterbrook from Holland in lane number 8. So it's 100 meters freestyle. This is a final, and the girls going extremely fast up the first 50. That's a split, 27.34. World record we're looking for, 54.73 from Christine Otto. I don't think we're going to get that this event, but look at the girl in lane number 4, Catherine Plawinski from France. World champion, the silver medalist in that, 55.31 her time there. There's 25 meters to go. It's going to be a very close race between her and Daniela Hunger and Ossigers, but Plawinski now fading a little bit, but is she going to get that touch? Yes, Plawinski, we think, in lane number 4 for France, wins her times, as we were saying. Not as good as we might expect. World records, way outside world records. The world records we're talking about. The start list for the final of the men's 100 meters breaststroke, final A. This is a final that counts. And the man that broke the world record this morning, Norbert Rosa from Adrian Morehouse. And the race really is going to be amongst those two. Will we get a false start? No false start. The men are away clear. We really need to see them up in the first 50 meters, under 29 seconds if we're going to see a world record. And look at lane 2, Volkov with the yellow cap from the Soviet Union going out extremely fast. And also in lane 6, as we expected, Minervini without the cap, 3 up from the picture, the bottom of the picture. He's going out very fast too. And it looks like Rosa is also trying to take it with them. Right in the middle of the picture is Morehouse. Rosa is up and about second or third fastest, but the fastest with Volkov. Volkov, if he could learn to swim these races properly, would be probably the best swimmer in the world. As yet, he hasn't learnt to swim this 100 meters, but look now at Rosa and Morehouse coming back. There's 25 meters to go. Rosa, the man with the silver cap on, Morehouse with the Union Jack on the cap, and the race is really developing between these two. Rosa now beginning to use that technique to stretch it out. Rosa with 5 meters to go is going to get the touch. What is the time going to be? 1:01.49. No world record, but the gold medal going to Norbert Rosa from Hungary. The women's 400 meters individual medley. Final A. The next final, of course, is the consolation lengths of the pool. 400 individual medley. Start off with butterfly, 2 lengths butterfly, 2 lengths backstroke, 2 lengths breaststroke, and then 2 lengths front crawl. Now we tend to see the lead changing quite a lot. There you can see Irene Dolby at the top of the picture. In fact, it's not Dolby, it's Herbst from Germany. At the top of the picture, 3 down in lane number 3. Going out very hard on the butterfly. Also Sinoskov from Poland in lane number 6. And in the middle there, we have Kada from Romania also going out fairly hard. But time's really irrelevant on the butterfly. If we're going for world record pace, they're going to have to certainly go, because this world record is one of the oldest in the books of the set, way back at the Moscow Olympics in 1980 by Petra Schneider. And the time, for those of you interested, is 4:36.10. But leading up the first leg of this, the butterfly, is Sabine Herbst from Germany, showing fine form. In second position, it looks like Egersegi. There we can see Egersegi. Very relaxed stroke. High arms, straight arms, and she now pushes off onto her best stroke, the backstroke. So look for Egersegi now on this backstroke leg to take the lead over from Sabine Herbst, who had it on the butterfly. As I said earlier, the lead will change quite a lot, but maybe once Egersegi from Hungary gets into the lead, she won't relinquish that too easily. So there we can see Egersegi now in lane number 4, beginning to split the rest of the field on her number 1 stroke, the backstroke. Technically almost perfect. You can see them roll over on that turn now. New rule in that they're allowed to roll over, pull under the body. It's somewhat like there's a nice shot of it there, somewhat like a front crawl tumble turn now, and it certainly has made backstroke a lot faster. And look at Egersegi, how comfortable she is. Nice steady head there, maybe rolling slightly to the left, but she looks like she's just out for a Sunday stroll. And look at the lead now she's built up on that backstroke leg. Remember, Herbst had about a meter lead after butterfly, but now Egersegi on her backstroke has taken about 3-4 meters off Herbst from Germany. So we now move on to the breaststroke leg. Egersegi, a good breaststroker, not one of the world-class breaststrokers, and it'll be interesting to see whether Kauda from Romania in lane number 5 will be able to make an impression. There you can see Egersegi, fairly flat on the breaststroke. This is probably the toughest leg on the 400 individual medley. It's the slowest leg, of course, and therefore the better breaststrokers, of course, have got more time to make up on the leader. But Egersegi retaining her lead, looking very comfortable, quite capable of winning this race by about 10 meters. There's a turn straight into the underwater pool. That's the rest of the field coming up. It looks like Kauda now from Romania turning in second position, and Sabine Herbst, who was very fast on the first leg, the butterfly, is now in third. So it's Egersegi from Hungary in first position. In lane number 5, it's Beatrice Kauda coming fairly hard on the breaststroke. She'll never catch Egersegi. Kauda from Romania showing great form in the breaststroke, and Sabine Herbst is now in the bronze medal position. But look at the rest of the field. Sanowski in 6, Shenva also coming very hard from the Soviet Union in 7. But there, with 100 meters to go, that's a time 3:35.24, an excellent time by Kristina Egersegi, 17-year-old swimmer from Hungary. In second place is Beatrice Kauda from Romania, and it really is going to be quite a battle for the bronze medal. And Nisrio from Italy just turning their way out of any top 3 finishes. Egersegi really has to work hard now, concentrate on personal best times, maybe even a Hungarian record. The Olympic Games, she was first in the 200 meters backstroke and second in the 100 backstroke. She's got a great pedigree behind her. Look at the lead there as Kauda turns for Romania in lane number 5. And in third position, we think it's Sanowski from Poland in lane number 6. So a good underwater shot there of all the different turns we see. That was a front crawl tumble turn, as we refer to it. Egersegi, there's a margin of victory. She's going to come home with the gold medal. She's got 5 meters to go. All that's really left now is to get that head down. With those goggles on, they can see that they've won 4:39.78. So that's a new championship record. In fact, it's not. Petra Schneider still holds that championship record at 4:39.30, but that's Egersegi's best time. So she wins the gold. Kauda, we're going to Sanowska from Poland, 4:47.92. And Sabine Herbst from Germany, who was clearly the leader after the first leg, the 100 meters butterfly that comes right at the beginning. On the men for the final of the 200 meters freestyle, this is sure to be a tremendous race. World record holder also in this, Giorgio Lamberti in lane number 5 from Italy. Andres Holmertz from Sweden. What a pedigree he's got. Holmertz in lane number 4. Under starters orders. Lamberti slow to get down there as they're off clear. No false start there. And in lane number 3, it was a Soviet swimmer, Sadavi, who got a tremendous start. Holmertz quite slow off the blocks, as was Lamberti. So it's interesting to note that the starter on scene, Sadavi from the Soviet Union, get a real flyer there, not pulling them back. Remember, it can be controlled by the computer, so maybe the computer didn't read that out. So up in the first 50 was Sadavi from the Soviet Union, very fast, 25.70. Also down in lane number 8, the Finn Kasvio, he's flying, but now the big men starting to come through. Lamberti with that very long reaching stroke, especially on the right arm there. You can see Lamberti with a silver cap on. Look at his stroke there, very long reaching stroke, tends to claw the water. He's been pushed by Voidat in 6 and Lamberti in 4. So the race is really on between the 3 middlemen. Holmertz from Sweden in 4, Lamberti from Italy in 5, and Voidat from Poland in lane number 6. And Lamberti now beginning to really try and put the pressure on this third 50. This is where he is extremely strong in the second half of the race. Lamberti now beginning to increase the power of the kick. There's just over 50 meters to go. He's been pushed by Voidat. Voidat, the man who we see so unlucky in these events, always seems to pick up the bronze medals. But Voidat now beginning to push very hard, but Lamberti looks very comfortable in the lead. Holmertz, the man who can't really get the kick going, is there in second position from Sweden, but Lamberti now might be tiring a little bit. Voidat's coming very hard with 25 meters to go. Voidat is coming extremely hard. Voidat might be able to get this if he gets that head down. Voidat going for the finish. Who gets a touch? Artur Voidat. What a surprise that was. Slow time though, but Voidat picks up the gold, 148.10, and he really did win that on the last push there, but there we can confirm the result. Lamberti in second position, and Gliria from Italy with the bronze medal. So Lamberti, I should say, in second position, and Gliria from Italy in third. So no doubt these two guys, Lamberti and Gliria, are going to be in Italy's 4x200 freestyle relay. And freestyle final, there you can see the 8 teams. Romania are going to be in lane 1, Norway 2, Germany 3, lane 8 we have Spain.
Ladies and
So
gentlemen,
there's the Romanian team, Dubrescu, Pantemon, Negra and Koda. Koda, who actually swam and maybe picking up a silver in that event by Koda, will help her on this race. So swimmers for Norway, there's the German team, Haas, Stelmark,
Lane 2 Norway with
Elzerman, Wiersma, Van der Platz, and Bernice. They'll be swimming in lane number 5, Paulsen, Jensen, Pugard, and Jacobsen.
with Ellen Elterman, Box,
Calvejo will be the lead-off swimmer. Gustafsson will go in second for them. Nielsen third, and Nyberg will be the final swimmer for Vanini, Viani, and Melchiori. Polido, Astola, Castello, and Martinez. So they were the slowest qualifiers with their time 8:30, so that's some 11 seconds slower. There is a little pressure pad on the starting blocks. If the swimmer leaves before the gun is fired, and that lights up a red bulb on the starter's gun, and he knows a false start has been committed. But we go the second time with lane number 1. It looks like the Romanian swimmer doing well, but also in lane 4, Elzerman swimming for the Netherlands, and Calvaho in lane number 6 for Sweden. These two girls going extremely well up the first 50. Let's see whose turns first. It looks like Elzerman for the Dutch team in lane number 4. Remember the tactics in this race, extremely important. The coach will not put his best swimmer off first. In fact, this will probably be the second fastest swimmer in the team. And then the second swimmer will probably be the second fastest, or the third fastest, I should say. And the fourth or the third swimmer, they might throw in a surprise there. But usually we find the first swimmer off will be the second fastest, and the last swimmer would be the fastest. I hope I haven't confused you there. As we have in lane 3 now, Haas from Germany take over the lead from Elzerman from the Dutch team in lane number 4. So Haas playing a good tactical race here. Let Elzerman go out and do quite a lot of the hard work up the first 100 meters, pushing really hard down this third 50 to give Germany the lead over the Dutch team. In third position, it looks like Denmark, and Sweden also pushing there. But no doubt about the leader, Haas for Germany in lane 3. And she really has swum a superb third 50. She's taken at least 2 meters off the rest of the field, and this is going to put Germany in a tremendous position. If they can get a lead, and look at that lead now. My goodness, Elzerman from Holland really has not swum a good race at all. And Haas for Germany, look at that lead. It's 1, 2, 3 seconds over the rest of the field, and it looked like Norway went in second there, and also Romania at the top of your picture. But in for Germany, Stallman. Now, that is the lead that she's got over the rest of the field. Netherlands, who we thought would swim so much better than this, have been let down quite badly by their first lead-off swimmer, Elzerman. And now Denmark in lane number 5 with Jensen is coming through fairly well to take that second position. But Stelman from Germany still maintains a 2-meter lead over the swimmer Jensen, swimming for Denmark in lane 5. Weisman in for the Dutch team. So it's Germany number 1. That's a nice head-on shot there of Stelman. Good control, alternating the breathing from first to left to the right. Let's see a tumble turn, flips that body over, hits the wall, and gets off as quick as possible with a powerful leg kick after the turn. So Germany still leading. This is the second half of her 200 meters. Stelman swimming controlled race here. Keeps that stroke balanced by the alternating of the breath. And look now at Jensen beginning to eat into that lead of Germany. Nice underwater shot there. There's a tumble turn. You can see them hit the pads and push off as quick as possible. So it's still Germany leading, Denmark in second place, and the Netherlands now being dropped into third position. So it's going to be very, very tough for Denmark to try and catch this very powerful German team. Ozigus is going to go in third for the West German team, and in for Denmark is going to be Pugard. But a great leg there by Jensen from Denmark. There we have Ozigus getting ready for the start, and off she goes. Her lead now only some 2 seconds over the Danish team in lane number 5. And Van der Platz for Holland, who was a third swimmer in for Holland, is really going to have to try and motor to try and eat into that lead. And I don't think the favourites or the fastest qualifiers, lane number 4, the Netherlands, are going to win the gold medal here. That gold medal is probably going to go to the German team because they've got quite a tremendous lead on this third leg. But the Danish girls, Pugard swimming for Danish on the third leg, really trying to put 100% effort into her swim to try and catch and claw back some of the lead that the Germans have got. It's going to be quite an impossible task though, because we've got Friedrich, who's going to be the last swimmer for Germany, and once you've got a lead like this and the team that you're trying to chase has got quality swimmers all the way through their team, it's not the easiest thing to do. But Denmark still giving it a go. Pugard still now trying to eat into that lead, but the lead is still some 3-4 meters, and Netherlands now look like destined to picking up the bronze. But Van der Platz swimming the third leg for the Dutch team. Ozigus from Germany still maintaining that lead, also using that alternating style on the front crawl, breathing from the left and to the right, keeping the stroke balanced. And Pugard from Denmark is catching her a little bit. 50 meters to go on this third leg. Pugard really is making a move now with her last length. And can we set it up for a tremendous final leg? And in for Germany is going to go Friedrich, one of the top world swimmers through the last 4 years in this 200 meters freestyle, and Jacobsen also for Denmark. But look at the lead that the Germans still have, some 2.5 meters. Ozigus now kicking very hard for home. That's Friedrich going in now for West Germany, and that's Jacobsen going in for Denmark. So they've got 4 lengths to swim, and in third position is Brines going in for the Dutch team. So as we catch up with the leaders, Friedrich, controlled swimming. She can look to the left and see Jacobsen, and it's a very good position to be able to check out exactly where the rest of the swimmers are with the goggles that are worn by most swimmers now. And she'll see Jacobsen some 2 meters behind her. Turning the head there to the right, she's going to spot Jacobsen coming up fairly fast, but the lead is still 2 meters that Germany have over Denmark. And there in third position is the pre-race favourites and the fastest qualifier, the team from Holland. Now look at the lead now. Jacobsen really is eating into that. Friedrich, an experienced swimmer. The lead is down to about 1.5 meters now. Has no doubt seen Jacobsen. Maybe let Jacobsen come very fast on the first 100 of the 200. So with 100 or just 100 meters to go, Friedrich beginning to tire, Jacobsen becoming to get very, very fast down the third 50, and she's taken over this lead from the German swimmer, which is quite outstanding. What a leg she's swum. Jacobsen from Denmark has now taken the lead over from Germany. When we were waiting there for the shots of the swimmers to catch up, Jacobsen from Denmark surprisingly has taken the lead over from this experienced swimmer Friedrich, who must really be out of condition. With her experience, we'd have thought Friedrich would have been able to swim a good 4x200 last leg for the German team, but she hasn't. And look at that now, Jacobsen has left her for dead, and a surprise medal with the gold color on it goes to the team from Denmark in lane number 5, with Germany picking up the silver, and in third position the Dutch team get the bronze. So that certainly was a surprise. We really thought that Friedrich from Germany, with that vast amount of experience, would be able to swim a controlled, disciplined leg. She certainly didn't have it. Spain, lane 4, Vladislav Kulikov from the Soviet Union. In 5, Rudolph from Germany. In 6, we've got Bruno Guzet from France. And in lane number 7, Thilo Haas from Germany. And then in lane number 8, Frank Esposito. Most of the swimmers you will see using what we call a grab start. And away clear on this men's 100 meters butterfly, 2 lengths of the pool. And it was in lane number 5, Nils Rudolph from Germany, who got a tremendous start, and he looks like he's just edging into the lead. Expect all these men to go down extremely fast the first 50. World record, if you're interested, is held by Pablo Morales, and that it's a 5-year-old world record, 52.84, tough record to beat. And the championship record is held by our own Andy Jameson, 53.49. So they're up in 25.23. They're going for the championship record, but that certainly is quite a good time by Jameson. It still looks like in lane 5, Nils Rudolph from Germany, and he really is setting a good pace here. And I wonder now if Kulikov is going to come hard at him the last 25 meters. Yeah, there's Kulikov right in the middle of the picture without the cap. Rudolph also without the cap, still maybe holding on to this lead. Rudolph going for the wall, but it was just Kulikov with that faster of the finish, good arm rotation on the finish, getting the touch there. Rudolph was a man that really went for it. For the last 5 meters, Kulikov got a better stroke. Vero, in fact, did get second place, and Rudolph pipped, and he's back in third. But look how close that was. 54.22 for Kulikov, 54.30 for Zubero, and Niels Rudolph, 54.31. Extremely close. And there we have the women's 200 meters freestyle coming up next. And as you can see, Sandra Kam from Belgium is going to be in lane number 1. Eva Nyberg from Sweden in 2. The fastest swimmers, of course, are going to be in lanes 3, 4 as orders. And they're all off clear again. No false start so far today. And first to surface, it was Catherine Plawinski at the top of your picture. You can see her now edging quite away, clear of Isabel Arnoux in lane 4. And it looks like Plawinski, the faster sprinter, is going to try and burn off the rest of the field. This could be quite a dangerous tactic. Plawinski, we know, is a sprinter. We know she does not have the fitness or the strength to hold on, so maybe she's trying the tactics just to get out and go as fast as she can and see what the rest of the field do. But look at Isabel Arnoux, the fastest qualifier in lane number 4, with a 2-beat leg kick. Nice and easy now, nice and relaxed. Plawinski, what a lead she's got already up this first 100, and I don't think she's going to be holding on to that at the end, but who can tell? Plawinski, a good tactician, but she hasn't swum too many 200 front crawls, so she turns way under European record pace at 57.82. That European record and the world record is held by Heike Friedrich, who swam here last night and swam the anchor leg for the Germans, but didn't swim too well. She was some 8 seconds off world record pace yesterday. But that's Plawinski from France, looking very relaxed, good tactician, and maybe she's going to spring a surprise here. Mette Jacobsen now in lane number 5. She's very, very fast down the last 50, but Plawinski has really motored up the first 3 lengths of this 200 race pool. I'll get that right, 200 meter race. And now Plewinski beginning to tire a little bit as Jacobsen from Denmark in lane 5 is coming hard at her. There's 25 meters to go. Can Plewinski hold on? She really is tiring. Jacobsen is a very fast finisher. Jacobsen coming now. There's 10 meters to go. And Plewinski is trying to hold on, but it looks like Jacobsen from Denmark is going to get the gold medal. Plewinski can see her, but look at Jacobsen now. 4 meters to go. Who's going to get a touch? Very close. And Jacobsen from Denmark just gets a touch. But what a brave race that was by Catherine Plewinski from France. 2:00:29. That's an excellent time. Plewinski's time 2:00:34, and she's going to be very happy with that. And Dubrescu, in fact it was Dubrescu from Romania who picked up the bronze, 2:01:77. So Dubrescu picking up that gold, 2:01:77. She was down in, she's still got the 100 butterfly to swim, as there we have the men's 400 individual medley order in the final. Fastest swimmer who qualified from this morning is Patrick Kuhl from Germany in lane 4. But I think the man to watch in this race is going to be Stefano Battistelli, who won a false start in the 400 individual medley. And Battistelli really should know better. I mean, it's a waste of time in a race like this, in a race of this duration. Maybe on a sprint you can see it, but 400 IM, you don't often see false start. So maybe he's trying to psych out the two Germans, Jesner in 3 and Kuhl in 4. And indeed it is Jesner in lane number 3 who goes into the early lead on the butterfly, and also Kacho from Bulgaria in lane number 8, who's got nothing to really lose. He was the slowest qualifier, so he's just got to try and concentrate on getting a good race together, and he might as well just go for it from the beginning. So Jesner and Kuhl, as we thought, the two early leaders, putting the pressure on the two Italians in 5 and 6. Battistelli, the man in 6, who's in 8th position right now, who did the false start, who's a pre-race favorite for this event. Not so good on the butterfly, strong on the backstroke and breaststroke and front crawl, and Jesner and Kuhl know that, so it's very important for them to try and establish a lead, and it's indeed Jesner from Germany turning first after the 100 meters butterfly at the start of this 400 individual medley. Sacchi from Italy, the man that shaved his head in lane 5, you can see him now coming through. But Kuhl from Germany in lane 4, the man that's got the strongest backstroke in this race. He's got to now make a push here. This is where his move is going to come on his strongest leg, and he knows that he's got to have a fairly good lead over Battistelli in lane number 6. So that's Kuhl from Germany on the backstroke. With that new turn that they're allowed to use, they don't actually have to touch the wall now with their arms or their hand. They're allowed to roll onto their front, to stroke from the wall, do a tumble turn, and then they've got to get immediately back onto their front. So Kuhl on the backstroke, showing fine form, nice steady head there. See the water being squirted out of his mouth as he breathes, as he pushes the water and the air out. That's to keep the rhythm going. Kuhl, a great backstroke leg, but look at Battistelli now coming up on that backstroke leg. He's still in 5th position, but Battistelli, in fact he's in 6th position, is a very strong breaststroke swimmer. As he left this race a little bit too late, as Kuhl from Germany looked very comfortable on the backstroke. Not such a good breaststroke swimmer as Sacchi from Italy beginning to make a move, but that's Kuhl from Germany. Didn't really get good extension on his turn there, and also in his arm stroke he doesn't get full extension, tends to pull back a little bit too quick on the arm stroke, but nevertheless looking fairly comfortable there. You can see the underwater arm shot not getting full extension. Sacchi in lane 5 now beginning to really push. Battistelli in lane 6 seems to be out of this race. Has he left it too late? The race is really on between Kuhl in 4 and Sacchi in 5. Sacchi, the man with a shaved head at the bottom of your picture, showing great form in the breaststroke. Has he pushed it too hard though on this third leg? There's only 100 meters to swim after this, but Sacchi knows what he's got to do. He knew that he was going to have to do a fine breaststroke leg, and look, they've left the rest of the field way back in their wake. So Sacchi turns with 100 meters to go in 1st position. Kuhl in 2nd position from Germany in 4, and in 3rd position Jesner from Germany in lane number 3. And Battistelli, the pre-race favorite, the world champion, bronze medalist, is really out of this, and the race is going to be on between Sachi and Cool. Now, is Cool going to be able to try and take Sachi down the last 50 meters? I think not. Sachi looks very comfortable, alternating his breathing. He had a spring in his step there as he went into the tumble turn. That is Battistelli turning. Look how far behind he is. You can just hope that Jesner in 3 dies, but I don't think so. Jesner is holding on. He's not going to fade. And Sachi is now being pushed by Cool from Germany. There's some 15 meters to go. Sachi's going to have to hold on because Cool is coming very hard down these last 10 meters. Cool tactically has got a perfect race under his belt. There's 3 meters to go. Who gets it? Sachi. 4:17.81 picks up the gold medal. But what a final length there by Cool. But Sachi is so happy in victory. He knew he had to do it there. There you can see Cool 4:17.85. Only 4 of their members in this next race, next final, and that's Manuela Dalla Valle. She'll be in lane 3, and it's women's 200 meters breaststroke. Fastest swimmer in lane 4, Rudkovskia. They're meant to be further back on the blocks than that. They should be at the back of the blocks, but now they creep forward, toes curled around the side, and they get clear away. And it looks the first to come up is going to be Rudkovskaya from the Soviet Union in lane number 4, and also lane number 5, Dan Galikova from Bulgaria. And way down at the bottom of the picture, Runovs-Dottir from Iceland, also showing fine form here, but it's in lane number 5, Dan Galikova from Bulgaria, 27 years of age, from Sofia. She was 7th in the World Championships in the 100 breaststroke, European Championships in 83, she was 3rd in the 100 breaststroke, so she's going to go try and take it out very hard on the first 100 because she knows that her fitness is probably not as good as it used to be. And the Russian swimmer Rudkovskaya from Gomel, getting very good turn off the wall there, but look down at lane number 8, the swimmer from Iceland, Runovs-Dottir, swimming very well too. But as expected, the race coming from the middle 4. That's Dalivali in 3, Rudskavaya from the Soviet Union in 4, Dangalakova from Bulgaria in 5, and Beku from Belgium in lane number 6. But Beku now beginning to be dropped by the rest of the field. And it's Koada from Romania also in 2. So 100 meters to go. Rudskajaya now with the blue cap on from the Soviet Union, only 18 years of age, from Gomel. She's beginning to push this third 50. This is where it starts to hurt. Manuela Dalivali with the white cap and the Italian flag on that cap, showing good form on the third 50, but maybe the younger girls got the highest level of fitness. With 1 length to go, just length to go, it's going to be Rudskavaya down the last 50, really pushing it now, and she is beginning to extend the lead and show her form on this breaststroke. She's leaving the rest of the field behind. Dalivali from Italy really is beginning to tire now. No doubt about where the gold medal is going to go. This 18-year-old girl from Gomel in the Soviet Union is going to pick up the Soviet Union's 2nd gold medal of the finals tonight. And she really did show fine form down the second half of this 200 meters swim. 5 meters to go. The gold is going to go to Rudkovskaya from the Soviet Union. What a time, 2:29.50. World record was 2:26.71 from Silke Horner, and that's quite an old world record, so quite a way outside world record. 2.5 seconds over Koda from Romania and Dan Galikova from Bulgaria in 3rd position. So Rudkovskaya from the Soviet Union. And that's the next race up for you, the men's 4x200 freestyle final. There's the 8 teams. Good to see Great Britain getting in there. The fastest team in the world champions in lane number 4. That's Germany. And the Polish team will find in lane number 7, and Artur Wojdat should be going in second position for them. But that's a team in lane. That's a team in lane 2. Lopez, Ventosa, Alvarez and Serra from Spain. Stelli and Lamberti. So they've got a good team. Battistelli, who won for the Italian team. And that's the favourites, the German team, the world champions. Stefan Zesner, Uwe Dassler, Christian Kieler and Jörg Hoff. World record, in case you're interested, is 7 minutes 12 seconds, 0.51. Lane 7, the French team. In lane 6, I should say, that's Bordeaux, Puyral, Rigaud and Marchand. Wojdat, who won gold here in the 200 meters freestyle individual event. Soisinski and Sukula. And John Davey. So they just squeeze into the final in 8th. A tremendous race between the Germans and the Italians. And don't forget the Serb team in lane number 5. So in for Italy goes Edini, in for Germany Zesna, and in for the Soviet Union it's Lepakov. So the pressure is going to be on every single one of these men to try and get some sort of lead for the second man. Tactics very important here. The first swimmer is usually the second fastest swimmer in the team, and the anchor man is usually the fastest swimmer in the team, and then the two middle men, well, that's a sort of a tactical decision as to who goes there, but they sort that out for themselves. But the Russians, Lepakov in lane 5, swimming extremely well. Zesner from Germany in lane 4 without the cap, also swimming extremely well. And for Italy, Edini with the blue cap in lane number 3, well, he's going to have to try and motor down the second half of his race, because he doesn't want to give the Italians any deficit at all. But he had a poor start and a poor turn there, as Lepakov for the Soviet Union, swimming with something to prove, no doubt. They've won 2 gold medals tonight, and it would be great if they added a third, but I've got a funny feeling that the Germans are going to be tough. But Lepakov for the Soviet Union, swimming a tremendous first leg for the Soviet team. Zesner from Germany, 24 years of age, great experience, swam in their World Championship team early this year. But it's Lepakov still for the Soviet Union, maintaining a lead for them. And look at the swimmer from Norway, Jarl Melberg. He's in 3rd position right now, the top of your picture. But going in first, I think it's going to be the German team, because Zesner is going to be very tough down the last 10 meters. Zesner now has to get the head down, and going in for Germany is Dassler. In for the Soviet team is Pishenko. So it's 1 Soviet team, 2 the German team. What a takeover the Soviet Union team got there. My goodness, they really exploded off the blocks, and you've got to be very careful in this standard of competition that you don't get disqualified by going before the incoming swimmer actually touches the touchpad. So taking over the lead again is Pishenko. It looked like the German number 1 swimmer Zesner was to give them a lead, but Uwe Dassler, now swimming for Germany, is being left at least a meter behind Pishenko, who's swimming the second leg for this very strong Soviet team. The favourites still are Germany. They're managing to hold on. In 3rd position, it looks like the Italians. Yes, the Italians just in 3rd now. And the Soviet team in lane number 5, with 100 meters to go of the second leg, maintaining their lead. And what a good second leg Pishenko is swimming for them. He's breathing to the right hand side, so down this length he can see the other swimmers coming. But look at Gliria now for the Italian team in 3, really coming through. Gliria, who won a bronze medal in the 200 freestyle, swimming well now. But that's the Russian swimmer turning with 50 meters to go of his leg. Also swimming in lane number 7 was Wojdat, and he's really pulled the Polish team from 6th position up to around 4th position. But that's Pishenko for the Soviet team. Look at Wojdat at the bottom of your picture in lane number 7. The Polish team now moving into bronze medal position. There's still 2 legs to go. The Soviet Union team are in 1st position. Chekhanov is going to take over for them. as their third swimmer. In second position, it's Italy, Stefano Battistelli going for them. And for the German team in lane 4, it's Christian Keller. Keller only 19 years of age, but look now at the lead that the team from the Soviet Union have. Tyanachov is swimming. What a tremendous second leg that was by Pashenko. And Tainovich for the Soviet team on the third leg, extending their lead all the time. And this could be quite an upset here if the Soviet team are going to win this gold medal. And who's going to bet against them now? Look at the margin of that lead there, as the Polish team now move up into second position in lane number 2. This really is going to be an upset for the books, and I can't see anybody going to catch the Russian team in lane number 7. In lane number 5, I should say. The Polish team in lane number 7 in second, and the German team now with Keller swimming their third leg move back into that bronze medal position, with Italy with Stefano Battistelli probably tired after swimming in the 400 individual medley, dropping back into fourth position. So the race really on for that silver medal. The gold at this position looks like is going to go to the Soviet team. Their lead, you can see it there, some 5 seconds over second position Germany. And going in last for Germany is Hoffman. Going in last for the Soviet team is Sadovij. And this man, Tyanovich, for the Soviet team, beginning to tire a little bit now, but he's still got at least 7 meters of a lead to give to the last man, Sadovich. And it's going to make an interesting race, because Hoffman is extremely fast on 200 meters freestyle, a lot faster than Sadovich. But whether he's going to be able to catch him. And going in for Italy was Lamberti. And Lamberti, as we know, is the world record holder, won the silver medal here. So he's got a lot to prove now. Lamberti is really motoring up this first 50 meters. The Russian swimmer is going to be able to see him coming. That lead there, we can count it now. 1, 2, 3, about 4 seconds over Lamberti. Well, can Lamberti, with 150 meters to go, try and catch that Russian swimmer? It's going to be some race. Lamberti is capable of swimming 1:46. The Russian is capable of swimming 1:50. So 4 seconds is possible. Lamberti, you can see in lane number 3, is really making something of it. With 100 meters to go, the Russian swimmer has got 2 seconds lead now only. Lamberti really did guard extremely hard. He's got the Russian in his sights now. And it is a possibility that the Italians can win the gold medal here. Sadovij is probably going to panic. He can see Lamberti coming at him all the time down this third 50. Look at Lamberti for Italy, really motoring now. Just over 100 meters to go. Has he got enough time to do it? There's the Russian turning, Lamberti turning now, and Hoffman for Germany turning. So Russia in number 1 position, Italy in second position, and Germany still in third as Lamberti tries so hard down the last 50. There's only 30 meters to go. Sadovij is going to hold on for gold, no doubt about that. Lamberti really did push the first 350s, probably burned himself out a little bit, and this man is going to bring the Soviet team home for the gold medal. Great swim there. Second were the Italian team, and third were the German team. But my goodness, what a second leg there for the Soviet team by Pashenko, who really took the race to everybody else, gave them a lead. Then their third swimmer, Tainovich, really extended that lead. The Italian time, some 2.5 seconds behind, 7:18.30. They won't be happy with that. They've swum a lot faster, as have Germany, who picked up the bronze, 7:19.13. That's some 6 seconds outside their best. So that was a race that was a bit of an upset, with the Soviet team picking up the gold. I did expect the Italian team to win, but they had to settle for the silver. Germany, again another surprise, picking up the bronze, but well done to the Soviet team. Goda from the Soviet Union, and he's going to be in lane number 4. He qualified with a time of 22.74. Capable of going a little bit faster than that. His personal best time is 22.62. And extremely important that they get off the blocks as fast as possible. And they're off, and no false start there. And it looks like lane number 6, Hassel, got a tremendous start. But also showing is Niels Rudolph from Germany, and Pregoda right in the middle of the picture in lane 4. He's really going for it too. And also down at the bottom, Gunzel from Germany got a great start, but it looks like Rudolph and Pregoda, who's going to get the touch? It's going to come down to the line as usual. And yes, it's Niels Rudolph from Germany. Picks up the gold medal, the 26-year-old swimmer from Rostock. Now, he got a tremendous start. Pregoda a little bit slow off the block. Niels Rudolph, 22.33, just 1/10 of a second behind him. Pregoda from the Soviet Union, 22.44, and Tachenko from the Soviet Union up in lane number 1. He picks up the bronze, 22.72, and Fibbins, wow, look at his time there, also 22.72, and 100 meters freestyle final. This is the longest race in the European diary for the women, and the fastest qualifier, Sosi from Italy in lane 4. She's going to have a tough race against Irene Dolby, who won gold in the 400 meters freestyle at these championships, and also was 6th in the 400 individual medley. There we wanted to go out in around 4 minutes 20 seconds. Under starters orders, no false starts, they're away clear, and it would be very unusual to get a false start in the 800 meters. It's not a sprint event, so there's no real rush to get in the water. But Irene Dolby in lane number 5, with the white cap right in the middle of the picture, setting the early pace along with Spilichova from Czechoslovakia down at the bottom of your picture. Spilichova, who was 3rd in the 400 front crawl here. I should say as a junior champion she was 3rd, but looking fairly comfortable. In lane number 5 was Irene Dolby, who's got a nice underwater shot there of the girls' tumble turn, as we call it. And Dolby with that white cap, using a 2-beat leg kick, alternating her breathing. That means breathing from one side to the other side, keeping the stroke nice and balanced. And that's a nice close head-on shot of Dolby, and you can check out her breathing pattern. Good style for this 400 and 800 meter events. Nice high elbows, enters with the hands in front of the body, extends the arm till it's straight, and then pulls back towards the hip using a typical bent arm pull. So Dolby leading after the first 100. Jana Henke now beginning to make a little bit of a move in lane number 3, and on form before, you'd have thought that Henke would be one of the favorites, and she was swimming for East Germany, of course, but now swimming for Unified Germany when she won that bronze medal at the World Championships. And now Henke beginning to challenge Dolby for the lead as they approach the 200 meter mark, and we're looking at a very fast split here. Anything around the 2-3 mark is really motoring, and they're going to be, well, a little bit over that, turning probably about 2.7, so 2.733. Interesting to see what they're aiming for at the 400. To give you some sort of information on records, the European record is 8 minutes 19 for Anki Morin, and she was swimming for East Germany when she set that. That was set way back in 1987, and I don't think these girls are on pace to break the European record. That is also the meet record too, 8:19.53. That's the target these girls have probably set themselves, but they're going to have to really increase their pace if they're going to challenge that record. So it's the 3 girls in the middle. At the top, it's Jana Henke in lane number 3. In first, just over Irene Dolby, who's in second position in lane 5. And then right in the middle, between them both, Christine Sosi of Italy. And you can look there at the 3 different styles that all these girls are using on the front crawl. Jana Henke with a straight arm recovery on the stroke, but all of them using a bent arm underneath the water, because that's where the power comes from. You don't have enough power to pull with a straight arm, so all girls really using the same style under the water, but different styles on the recovery. Sosi, the Italian, a little bit of movement on the head, but nevertheless, nice stroke there. 2-beat kick. All the girls now are using when they're swimming this long event, the 800 meters freestyle. That's to conserve energy, because the big muscles, of course, in the legs really soak up that oxygen and start building up lactic acid very, very quickly, and that tires out the whole works of the body very, very quickly. So, coming to the 400 meter mark, it's still Dolby and Henke challenging for this race, really pushing each other, so we can see the time getting better and better as this race goes through, because the challenge certainly is on now. And as they approach the halfway mark, we're way outside the European record pace as they turn in 4:16.96. Irene Dolby turning there, so if they were to negative split, of course they'd be ending up with a time around 8:32, 8:33. And that would be, of course, a little bit faster than they sat in the heats this morning. Sosi, who qualified fastest, her time in the morning was 8:40.85. And then Dolby, who was the second fastest qualifier, she was a second behind at 8:41. And then Henke from Germany qualified in 8:42. So quite a battle going on with these three girls. They've really left the rest of the field quite a way behind, and I can't see any challenges coming there. You can see how far ahead they are of the rest of the field, and it looks like Manuela Melchiori from Italy in lane number 2, while she's in 4th position. So on the 500 meter mark, Jana Henke from Germany beginning to maybe put a little bit of pressure on this part of the race, trying to maybe burn off the challenge from Irene Dolby. They turn with 300 meters to go, but Dolby, very tough competitor. She won the 400 meters front crawl here, so she's got the speed, and maybe Henke knows that. But Henke, who won the bronze medal at the World Championships in 1991, has got the experience. And whether she's got the speed, because she was only 4th here in the 400 meters freestyle. Way back in '88, she was European bronze medalist in the 400 and 800 freestyle. She's only 18 years of age now. So a girl with a tremendous future in swimming, if she can keep up the hard training that is required for an event such as this. They're probably training up to 5 hours every single day, swimming probably between 15 and 18,000 meters to keep the fitness level as high as it's needed for this event. But it's still Dolby in lane 5, as you can see with this nice wide zooming shot they were using now. Second, it's Henke. The angle of the picture, let's see who's going to turn. It looks like maybe Henke turns. Yes, Henke's got the lead now, but there really isn't much in it between these three girls. And it's going to really come down, I think, to the last 50 meters to see who can sprint the fastest for home. And you'll be surprised as how much energy they've actually got left down that last 50 meters after swimming 15 lengths at this pace. They really are putting in a lot of effort here. And it seems that they know that they can't burn each other off, so the race is just being swum at a pace where they can keep some of that energy left for the sprint for home. So there you can see 3 lengths to go. They still keep with a 2-beat leg kick, 2 kicks to every 1 arm stroke. Nice comfortable stroke, not using up too much energy at this stage. And down the last 100 they'll probably increase the kick ratio from 2 to 4. And then, of course, the last 50 meters, you'll see that kick go all the way up to a 6-beat leg kick, and that's where the power really comes into the stroke. So Sosi from Italy, looking a little bit tired now, but still hanging on there gamely. She's now trying to really push the race. And this is the last 100 meters. Time there, 7:29 at the 700. Can they come back in under 1 minute for the last 100? That would give them a very, very good time, but not, as we said, close to the European record. So Sosi now in lane 4 knows she has to move to make this challenge. Dolby really pushed this 50 meters. Now there's 50 meters to go. Dolby, good turn there from Irene Dolby. Henke still in the shot though, but it looks like Dolby is going to be the tougher of the finishers here. 25 meters to go. Look at the kick now. You can see the splash increasing from the legs. Dolby really going from home now, kicking hard, but Henke from Germany is still there with her. Look at the power. You can see Henke's feet almost leaving the water, but Dolby's going to get the touch, and it did come down to the last 5 meters. Dolby, with her head down, went for home, really increased the ratio, and she wins her second gold medal of the championships, adding to the gold medal that she won in the 400. And it was quite a battle that. The girls knew that it was going to come down to the last 50 meters. They just kept an eye on each other. Dolby,
I don't know, I think
with the gold medal, Jana Henka from Germany, well, she picked up the silver, and Christina Sosi from Italy, she gets the gold. Times are very good, but really they've learned to swim the race and win and not worry about the times. We'll be back after this event, the men's 100 meters backstroke. And there you can see the swimmers, the fastest swimmer, Lopez Ribeiro, in lane 4. And Lopez Ribeiro, who holds the world record in the 200 meters backstroke, which he set a couple of weeks ago at Fort Lauderdale. Well, could he be going for a world record here in the shorter event, the 100 meters backstroke ruling, and prohibit these men from going 15 meters further than 50 meters underwater. So they're way clear there. There you can see that dolphin kick, all the swimmers using it. And who surfaces first? It looked like lane number 3, Vladimir Selkov from the Soviet Union. Well, he was first up, and he's straight into a stroke. Now watch Lopez Ribeiro in lane 4, though. He's very, very strong on the turn, very, very strong in the second 50. Lopez Ribeiro in lane number 4 now, coming into the turn at the 50 meters. Watch the turn there, right onto the front, a tumble turn, straight under the water, about a meter down, into the backstroke dolphin kick. And Ribeiro, what a turn he got there, and he's got about a half a meter clear off that wall, straight into the second 50 meters, and there's going to be no catching Lopez Ribeiro. 25 meters to go. Is the world record pace there? Yes, it is. Is the world record on? There's 5 meters to go. It's going to be very close. He's going to come very close to 55.30. So, no world record, just outside the championship and European record. And Lopez Ribeiro, who was complaining earlier.
And hopefully the results will be a lot better.
The swimming pool and
So while Lopez Ribeiro is being interviewed, we can check the results there.